and chat pimps. Crying emojis in the chat. Oh my lord, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy Duty back again with another video, and this time, of course, we're taking a look at our boy Phil's daily rap video that was posted last night, early this morning, depending on your bent and your time zone. But it was a pretty interesting daily rap. I mean, it droned on for 11 minutes of just most of it was pointless drivel. But there were a few nuggets of truth in there, and our boy Phil finally came out and was honest with folks. That's right. I think a reality check hit him last night, and there was no way for him to be able to skirt the issue or come up with an excuse or lie. The proof of it is in the pudding. The proof is in his gameplay. And that's right, folks. Phil is a meh Street Fighter player. And playing with Aki just showed that our boy Phil is just an old man who can compete. And finally, the last person to become aware of this fact is, of course, Phil. So let's hear Phil on the Daily Rap talk about why he sucks at Street Fighter and actually coming to the realization that everyone knew for many years. Let's get into the video.
Tonight was Friday Night Fights, which essentially was my return to Street Fighter 6, and I said, you know what, I'm determined, I'm going to come back, let's try Aki again. Now here's the truth, I did improve tonight. I had some new combos and strategies that people have been using. Basically, instead of using like a meter burn chain pull to extend a combo, instead I was using a stance change into this snake slide that she does into kicks, and my combos were getting bigger, more elaborate, which was good, but I just could get nothing going. Again, it was a situation where trying to play with this character tonight, it was like I would try to react and I couldn't. Every time that I thought I was getting something going, someone would just mash buttons, it seemed, from mid-screen and stuff everything I did. Yes, patterns absolutely dominated me. And,
Okay, I did mention that he did come to a reality check and he was being truthful. But I also mentioned that Phil is still trying to use these lame excuses and not fully take all of the blame. So my apologies for that. He does come. So in this 10-minute video, well, which I cut down to 7, he does come to the reality that he's just not good at Street Fighter. But he's still struggling. The old man in Phil is still struggling to basically be honest and tell the truth and say, yeah, it's not buggy netcode, it's not lag, it's me, I suck. He comes to that. Let's just give Phil a little bit of time, and he'll be open and honest and come to that realization and be forthright and honest with us. Very much like Team Divorce. Phil's lying about it, of course. That cat hasn't left, but we know, give him a little bit of time, he'll come forth and be honest and actually admit that cat is gone and they've separated. So let's keep going.
you know, by the end of the night, I had gone again. Up, down, from diamond, platinum, not getting anywhere. And, you know, by the end of the night, no kidding, now it's starting to feel better, but my hand was killing me. These two fingers on my hand were feeling numb, and I was getting pain all the way down my hand from the execution. Because the thing is, if you look at the characters that I use, you know, Blanca, Honda, Lily, they're not high execution characters. They take a lot of skill to use because they're not top tiers. I would say Blanca's probably highest mid tier, maybe low top tier. But Honda and Lily, no one's going to argue that those are top tier characters in the game. They're just not. So it takes a lot more skill and a lot more thinking, reacting to what someone else is doing and trying to trick them and get, you know, do the smart thing, as opposed to, oh, I need really great execution for a ginormously, you know, high crazy combo or anything. That's literally like Aki, like with Aki, right? The best thing to do is to find a solid hit. After that solid hit, get into a standard like combo, like medium kick, heavy kick after a drive rush, into her stance change, into two kicks, into jabs, into a special move. After the special move, drive rush, into standing roundhouse, into another special move. If you're in the corner, you variate that. Instead of doing, you know, the full thing, you can actually do poison in the corner and mix up a little bit. And at any time, ideally what you want to do during that giant hit string that you're doing there, that giant combo, you can try to cancel into a level 3 for extra damage. So there's also variations. You don't just do the full combo. You can stop. You can try to throw. You can do her command throw. I'm trying to do it. I can't. I mean, I don't know what it is. It's probably I'm old. You know, I'm 41. I never was someone who was into very high execution. Like if you go back in the day when I was a competitive fighting game player, like the games that had the highest execution, like Capcom versus SNK 2, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do the roll cancels and stuff consistently in those games. You know, probably the game that I had the best execution at, or the highest execution, the most difficult, was Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. I was actually pretty good at parrying everything and getting around strategies and things in that game at a high level. But I mean, this stuff, I mean, Aki is ridiculous. Like, I was really trying so hard, and every time that it was my opportunity, here it comes, drop the move, drop the combo right in the middle. Here's my opportunity. Well, I swear I pressed it, got nothing. Now, is it me? Is it the game? Is it the joystick? Probably me. Could have been other things, but it's mostly probably me. It might.
Okay, oh my lord, it took 5 minutes for Phil to get to the actual truth. That's right, folks, it's him. He knows it, everyone knows it, and I think he's just resigned himself to the fact that, yes, he's an old man. He doesn't play games very well. He doesn't put the time into his craft to be good. And the whole old thing and stuff is a little bit of a cop-out, because you have people like Justin Wong that are still on top of their game. You have Maximilian Dude, who I think is a little bit older than Phil. And I think Justin Wong's about the same age. You have, and Dr. Disrespect's in his 40s as well. So you have all of these people in their 40s that still play at a very high level. They're still good players because they put the time and effort into mastering their craft. And Phil doesn't do that. And Phil has this delusion about himself that he's a lot better than what he is. And the expectation should be that if he picks up a fighting game, that he's going to be good at it. And I'm sorry, Phil, you've never really been that good. You've been an average player that you play tournaments, you did okay, but again, you're an average player. And it's very difficult for you to accept that, because for some odd reason, once in your life you placed fourth in Evo. And, that may have been a detriment to you, because that inflated your ego to a point where you can't accept the truth. Now, yes, when you get older, you do get a little bit slower. You're not as fast on your react time. That's perfectly understandable and truthful, but you're not honest. You don't tell people that. You should have said that from the very get-go, and you don't. I mean, this very video right here, you're being honest, finally, that you're just old and you're not as good as you think you are. But yeah, you have to spend 5 minutes giving people excuses for why it's you, but it's not you, But anyway, I'm glad he came to the realization that yes, it's him. He's old and he sucks. Let's keep listening.
Just be that I'm too old for this shit. I know that's a cliche meme, but how is it that I was playing with Honda, Blanca, Lily, and I had bad nights for sure. But for the most part, I was able to get them to master. And this character, 2 full streams and I've made 0 progress. I'm still at either Platinum 5-star or Diamond 1-star, and I just bounce back and forth like a ping pong ball, and I can't get anywhere. So I think it's a sign. Even though the reason that this is sad for me is because I like the character. I like Aki's design. Like I said, she's a jack of all trades, a master of none. But she's good. She can play different styles depending on who you're facing and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, this is good. So I want to keep this. This is fun character, but I can't play her. I really can't. And now the more I think about it, a lot of people have said, well, why don't you pick the fastest characters in the game, right? I tried playing Chun-Li. I couldn't. Chun-Li with her stance changes and everything, I couldn't do it. I literally couldn't handle it. It was too much. It was too complex, and I just did not do well with her. And I get the feeling that a lot of other characters who are considered top-tier characters would be the same. Maybe DJ, maybe, Rushdown like Jury. I probably wouldn't be able to play with them. I'm not fast enough anymore, I'm not swift like I used to be. When I play with Honda or Blanca or Lily, I don't really need to be that swift. That's not their style.
Okay, so, I'm glad you're being honest, Phil, which it's true. If you do play with Ken, Ryu, Guile, Chun-Li, Jury, those pretty fast, players, you're not good at it. And it's not because they're broken like you claim. That's the truth, Phil. DJ, those guys, they're not broken, Phil. You just can't play them. You don't have the react time. You're too slow. If you played them like we saw with Luke, you wouldn't be good with it, because again, you need to be a little bit faster hitting your inputs, and you just can't do it. And you blame the net code, you blame all of these other factors, which it's not true. It's you. And I'm glad you're being honest and you're being truthful. So the next time you play a Ken or you play a Jury or you play a DJ, please stop saying that they're broken characters. They're not broken characters. You just can't match the speed of those players. And that's not the character's fault. That's your fault. Again, you're not as good as you think you are. So I really hope you finally stop with the bullshit of broken players, dominant players, Ken is OP. Please stop. Because it doesn't matter. Because the funny thing is, when I clip you playing Street Fighter, you lose to everyone. It doesn't matter who you're fighting or what fighter, whether it be Blanca, whether it be Maritza. It doesn't matter. You lose. Now, you don't lose always, but you still lose to those characters. You know, you could do a mirror match and you end up losing. So again, it's not the characters, Phil. It's you. It is you. And I'm glad you're kind of being honest here.
These characters that are real fast, I can't. And Aki seems like, yeah, she needs to be one of those characters that's kind of doing that stuff in your face. And the sad part is, again, I really wish I was better or I was younger and I could do it. But I think at this point, I need to kind of admit my shortcomings. I'm just not good enough to play with that character. I really wanted to. 2 days I tried. I guess I give up. Okay? It is what it is, right? I'm not going to sit here and whine and complain about it. It is what it is. You know, you move on from it, right? Right. So, we still had a good night. I did my best. The good news, I did not rage. I did not lose my temper. I did not rage. I didn't punch the joystick. I didn't scream at the people I was playing. It was just like, well, I'm more sad and upset about the situation. It's a character I want to use and I can't because I suck. What are you going to do, right? You move on. So that's what I'm doing. Moving on, I don't think I'm going to be using Aki anymore. I don't think I can. I think we will continue on with master level gameplay now, moving forward, which is what people seem to want anyway. Thing is, I'll probably be rusty. Like when I play again, I'm going to be playing Monday night. I know I'm going to be rusty because I haven't used Blanca or Honda in ages. So I'm probably going to have forgotten everything I knew, and I'm in master, so I'm just going to get spanked because I'm so rusty with these characters. Maybe I'll do a little bit of casual play before we jump in. Or if we do Lily, that's a little different. Lily I have played with recently in Master, so maybe if we go with Lily, we could just jump right in head first. But it's like at some point, I do have to go back to Honda and Blanca, right? Anyway.
Okay, Phil, I'm going to stop it because you're going to keep going on, and then you're going to lose any goodwill that you have with me with your honesty. So, right there, folks, Phil, big ups, Phil. I'm going to give Phil a clap. I know I rip on you for a lot of shit, for a lot of stupid shit you say and your lies. And I rip on you and I call you out for it. But I'm going to call you out when you do something good. So in this video, Phil has been honest and admitted that he's just not a very good player. He's older. He's slow. The very things that I've been saying since he's been playing Street Fighter. He's just older. He's slower. And he just can't compete with the younger folks. And I think, you know, playing with Aki, he finally broke down and he saw how terrible he was. And then the mere fact that he actually drunk tweeted that he's gonna kick ass today, and he's not taking, you know, he's not taking it anymore. Before and then he was utter trash yesterday during his Aki playthrough. I think he's embarrassed, and he finally said, okay, the jig is up. I can't lie anymore. The proof is right there. I've had 2 gameplays of Aki, and I've been garbage. And it doesn't matter who I fight, what I do, or it doesn't matter me, whatever excuse or lie you come up with. No one's buying it. And I think Phil has come to that realization, and he's finally broken down. And because, you know, he gets embarrassed, and he finally said, okay, well, I'm just not good. And you're correct, Phil. You are right. You're just not that good of a player for whatever reason. I think it's not really that you're old. I think you just don't master your craft. I know you bitch and complain you don't have time to play video games outside of your stream, but that's how you get good, Phil. That's how you get good. You get good. You know, I don't understand why you can't wake up an hour early every day, because you get up at almost 9:30 every day now. Why can't you get up an hour early and practice? Practice the game. Practice the game. Get good at it. Practice it. But you won't do that. You just won't because you're lazy. You know, I feel like I repeat myself so many times. But anyway, I am enjoying this video. Thank you, Phil, for being honest. I'm going to give you credit for that. So hopefully going forward, you can shut up with the whole, you know, Ken is an OP, DJ's broken, all those lies, and just play the game. And if you lose, you lose. And if you want to get better, get better. Okay, Phil? Anyway, that's the video. Crying emojis in the channel. My Lord Phil is downstairs on the couch, literally crying, while Kat is packing up the U-Haul and moving out. That's right, folks. Don't forget, hashtag Team Divorce, folks. Peace out.